Hey guys, it's your girl T, and I want to go ahead and shout out Charity Ben. Charity was one of the first people to send me the story about Kendrick Johnson. She's been wanting to know my opinion on the whole situation. And I remember hearing about this story back in January when he first died. Supposedly they found this handsome young man rolled up in a mat. They said that he was trying to reach down into the mat and grab his shoe, and somehow he got stuck and died. And his teammates just supposedly found him. I mean, when I first heard this story, it didn't make any sense. I'm like, if your shoe is stuck in the mat, why would you dive into the mat to get your shoe as opposed to just tipping the mat over and shaking it, like this and getting your shoe out? I mean, that's what a 4-year-old would do. Why wouldn't a 17-year-old do that? And then what I also found crazy is when you look at the pictures of the crime scene, all the mats are rolled up tightly, but with his body, it looks like somebody literally placed his body in the mat and rolled it across the floor and then propped it back up. This is just really, really sad, and I feel so bad for his parents. They just want answers. They just want to know what happened to their son. It clearly looks to me, Charity, like it was a murder. Like somebody killed this kid, or some teenagers, might have been a prank gone wrong. They might have, kids do stupid stuff. It might have just been a prank, and it might have been something, but it went wrong, and these kids got scared, and they ran out the gym, and now nobody is talking. But I blame the medical examiner's office and the detectives. The investigation was shitty. It was sloppy at best. There were other shoes there. There were blood splatter there. And it's almost like the police just, shrugged it off. I feel like if this was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed child, they would have investigated this to the best of their ability. But because it's a black kid, it's like, oh, it was just horseplay. He made a mistake, tragic end. Shit happens. They really need to investigate this story, and they really need to find out what happened to this young man, and whoever killed him and took his life, they need to be brought to justice. And another thing that's disturbing about this story is that recently the parents decided to have his body exhumed. They wanted to go in and find out more details because they felt like the initial coroner's report was incorrect. So they go to exhume this young man's body, and they find newspaper clippings in his body where his organs should be. And now the coroner's office, the medical examiner, and the coroner's office, and also the funeral parlor, they're basically blaming each other. They're saying, no, they had the organs. And then the funeral parlor is saying, we never got any organs. The medical examiner is saying, no, they did get the organs. We sent it back to them. But the boy was stuffed with newspaper from Black Friday. It just goes to show that people do not care about life. We're just a commodity. You just die and people just move on. Now, part of me, I don't know where to place the blame. Because I feel like with the medical examiner's office, there's really nothing for them to do with the organs. But I do know that organ harvesting is a big business. There's a lot of black market people who are sitting there harvesting organs, especially of young black males, because young black males are dying at an alarming rate, especially in places like Chicago. I bet you if you were to exhume some of those bodies of these teens who were killed in Chicago, I bet you a lot of their organs are missing as well. I can bet you any money because the organ business is a big black market business. They're trying to do anything to extend the lives of other people, but then they don't care about the lives of people that they deem unworthy to care about. So I don't know who did it, but everything from his brain to his heart to his lungs, everything is missing. I mean, this is just insane. It's almost like this child never existed. It's almost like this child didn't mean anything to the people who were preparing his body. And I just find that just really, really sad. I really hope that these parents find some type of closure. I hope they figure out who killed this boy, because I believe in my heart that this young boy was murdered. I believe that he was killed. Now, I'm not going to play the CNN clips in this video just because, CNN be tripping. But I'm going to go ahead and post the links down below. I want you to watch the CNN interviews with Anderson Cooper and let me know what your conclusion is. Let me know what you guys think about the entire situation. Do you feel like Kendrick Johnson was murdered, or do you feel like it was just an accident and the parents are reading too deeply into this? Let me know your thoughts. All right. Deuces.